poor people buy the symbolisms, poor people buy the symbols of wealth, while the wealthy people produce the product that poor people buy. I'll say it one more time. They say that poor people buy the symbols of wealth, while wealthy people produce the products that cause people to go poor. See, when you come from disenfranchised neighborhoods and you come from places where you're broke, devastated, you start to develop these insecurities. And these insecurities you try to feel, and I did it once too, you try to fill these insecurities with material possessions, equating your own self-worth to the materialistic values of brands. So if I have low self-esteem, if I can just buy Versace, if I can just buy Ralph Lauren, if I could just ride around in a Bentley, maybe then I will truly have some type of self-worth. But what I'm here to tell you today is that you must spend more time building your own last name. You must spend more time investing in yourself, building your own brand. Takeaway. There's a reason why we are at where we are at. There were times in my life where I equated my success to the amount of material possessions that I had. And then I realized that nobody else cared about those material possessions. That when I got home, I was still stuck with the same person I was yesterday. I was still stuck with the same burdens. I was still stuck with the same traumas, the same insecurities. I realized it didn't matter how many brand names I bought, I still felt like the person that needed. I still felt empty. I still felt depleted. Takeaway number one. You do not have to find your value in other people. You do not have to find your value in other things. You don't. All the value that you need is inside of yourself. But what happens is, through our childhood traumas, through our adult lived experiences, through the negativities and the trials and tribulations that we experience on this journey called life, we start to build up these roadblocks. We start to build up these barriers that will not allow us to identify with who God created us to be in the first place. We get further and further away from unlocking our inner potential because we start to fill in the gap. We start to replace the space that God meant for himself with the negative energies and the low frequencies. And we start to internalize life. We start to internalize the negativity. And we go from saying, I feel shame to I am shame. Come on. Take away. And the further you can distance yourself, the more you can find inner value. Because I'm here to tell you that there's not enough material things out there. There's not enough people in your corner. There's not enough women you can sleep with, men you can sleep with to make you feel some type of value inside. There's not. Because at the end of the day, when you go home and you in your bed, it'll only be you there with your thoughts. I don't care if you're married, if you have a girlfriend, boy, if you sleep in the bed with 10 other people, you're still alone in your own thoughts.